Hey guys, happy Saturday. We are going to do some lobster tails in the Ninja Foodi, and we're going to also make some salmon cakes. So I'm going to get all the things together. We'll get started, and oh yeah, my name's Tony. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a great Saturday. So I have my lobster tails still thawing out, so that's going to be a little bit, but in the meantime we are going to go ahead and make our salmon cakes. We're not going to do them in the Foodi. We're going to do the lobster tails in the Foodi. So we'll get started here in just a minute. Alright guys, here we go. So I'm going to be using some of this chicken of the sea, skinless, boneless, pink salmon. We're going to use this. We're going to use some almond flour, some coconut flour. We've got some salt and pepper. We have some parsley, oregano, onion powder, garlic powder. We're going to use a little bit of dill seed, celery seed, ground mustard, and some smoked paprika, so that these are nice and flavorful. So we're going to get these all mixed in the bowl and get everything in the party. I don't use exact measurements on all of the spices, so just to your taste. I mean, if it's not the mix of spices you like, there are a ton of other variations. I'm going to go ahead and drain the liquid out of these, and I will be right back. Okay, I got the water drained out. I almost forgot, we're going to add a big tablespoon of mayo in this as well, just to help be as a binder. Let me grab something to get this out. Alright, so I got me a fork here. We're going to just flake this out of the can. I'm going to do 2 cans. Oh yeah, we're using some egg as well, of course. Then we're going to use some coconut oil to fry these up in. So I'm just going to get these in here out of the can. Just kind of break them up a little bit. And you don't want them all the way like shredded, but so I don't eat much. Like, I eat tuna, and I guess I remembered that when I was younger, my mom used to make these salmon patties. But obviously they weren't keto, so they had flour and, you know, other things that were non-keto at the time. So we got this in here. We are going to grab our mayo. I don't have some big fancy, we don't have some big fancy yet. Mayo, just some regular mayo. We're just going to get us a big tablespoon of that. Like I said, we're not measuring everything to be exactly. Alright, so we're gonna break stuff. I'm gonna salt and pepper it. Just get some pepper in there. Really thick. Don't eat it in the bowl. Really? You're gonna crash on the... This is a no-fly zone. Get out of here. Alright, so we got that in here. Really? He's fixing to get in trouble. That way. Get out of my kitchen. Out of my kitchen.
Alright.
Can you see it? He thinks he's cute. You gonna land it? Or I'm gonna turn this camera back around. Get out of the kitchen. Clown. See what I gotta put up with? Alright. Back at the subject matter. Okay. Alright. So we got us some salt and pepper in here. he's gonna get in trouble. So we're just gonna give us some good shakes of parsley here. If you were measuring it out, I would say about a half a teaspoon of the dry herbs and like maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon of these other. Just a little bit. It just makes a lot more flavor. Okay, I'm gonna do a little celery seed. I just like these flavors with a little bit of ground mustard. I just like these flavors together, the mustard and the dill, the smoked paprika. And just to note, those that you don't know, Sid and I are empty nesters. So he's got to help play helicopters, and we don't have kids that live here, so, you know, just saying. All right, so we are going to use 1/4 of a cup of, oh sorry, wrong one. 1/4 of a cup of coconut flour and 1/2 cup of almond flour. So, and, okay, so it doesn't have to be exact. They're gonna act like our breadcrumbs, so to speak, like you would use in a traditional salmon or crab cake. And then we can give this a quick mix, and then we're gonna add our eggs. And then we'll fry these up. Okay. Let's see how we do once we get our eggs in here. I should beat these in some other container before I add them in here, but it's just not dirty. More dishes I have to wash. I just cleaned a whole bunch of dishes, so not trying to. I'll just scramble it here a little bit in the middle. All right, we're just gonna get this all combined in together. If it's a little too dry, add a little more mayo. If it's a little too wet, add a little more almond flour. So I'm back and forth in order just to get it where it will stay in a cake shape. Get this all mixed together. These are gonna be so delicious. I like to put vinegar on mine. Some people like the tartar sauce, or I might whip up some of this yum sauce that Keto Ninja has been talking about. I think that might be really good on these. We're just going to continue to mix this around. I still see some egg. Like I said, probably should have scrambled the egg in something else, but I think our consistency is perfect for our cake. You know, it's like, you can make a nice little ball and it's gonna stay together. Ooh, on the cell phone. Good job, Tony, good job. All right. So we're gonna move this show over to the stove where we will make these into patties and fry them up. These should be awesome. And as soon as the lobsters are completely thawed out, I had bought them back a while and we didn't eat them, so I threw them in the freezer. So we're going to move over to the stove and be right back. All right, so we're gonna get our pan heated up here to medium-high heat. I'm going to be adding, if I can get it out of the jar, I'll be melting down some coconut oil. I was gonna use the cast iron. Honestly, I just am being lazy and I don't want to get it out, and so I think we should be good here. A couple of tablespoons. Let's see how much that does. We'll add it more. So let me grab a little plate here. So we're gonna start making ourselves some patties. So we don't want them too thick, don't want them too thin. These would be good with like some sriracha mayo, or like I said, I like mine with vinegar, so move this back. So just take this out here. Make sure. How is this gonna stay? All right. All right. we'll just continue to make cakes here. Oh, great, Tony. This is not working so good. Let's just do it directly down here on the cutting board. I think our grease is getting nice and firm. Okay. Okay. Do a little bit more. Yummy. Okay. A little more. Okay. Okay. All right. Probably cooked like 3 at a time here. Yeah, that was probably a little boring. I guess I could have said something. Let's, yeah. Yeah. That's the sound we want to hear. Gonna get these here in the pan. Just down a little bit. Okay, so we'll do about 3 at a time. I'll go ahead and just patty the rest of these up. We'll let these go for like about 3 minutes, and then we'll flip them ever so carefully. Ow. That wasn't nice. Splattered me. So let's see if we can just do this in one more batch. All right. I have a mess going on over here. Let's just do this. Okay. Then our trick will be flipping them without breaking them. I never have patience. Alright. So while we're frying these, I am on the ketogenic diet. I have been on the ketogenic diet since June 30th of last year, 2018. Lost 47 pounds. I love to cook, so I love to come up with or copycat recipes. But I've been wanting to make these ever since I saw them. Okay. Slide them around in the pan here just a little bit. Oops. Proceed with caution. They are poppers. Let's see if we can get this one turned over. Please don't break on me. Please don't break on me. Okay. Woo. All right. Perfect. Always should flip these away from you. And I should practice what I preach. All right. We are getting it. We are getting it. Let this one go just a little bit longer since it was the last one we put in. But aren't those beautiful? Hi. Just beautiful. Get us a plate here to put them on. I'll just put this right over here. All right. Let's get this last little guy here flipped over. There we go. They look absolutely perfect. So, it was just that easy. 2 cans of salmon, some spices, herbs, some some coconut flour and almond flour if I can get it out. I'm enjoying this today. Yeah, not the right sweetener, I get it, but. So we're gonna let these go, and then we'll put the second batch in and get those cooked up just the same. Plate it up and give them a try. So I will see you back in just a few minutes. Okay guys, I'm gonna put them out of the pan onto a paper towel just to get some of the oil off the bottom, but they turned out absolutely beautiful. They cooked for about 3 to 4 minutes. I did realize after the fact that I failed to put the onion and garlic powder in, I believe, when we were filming, but I added a little to these and those while they were cooking, so here we go. So we're just gonna brown these up like the other ones. They look fabulous. Yummy. Hey guys, so while we're still waiting on the lobster's tails to finish thawing out, I thought I would throw together a side dish. So just as a little extra, what I didn't intend to video right now, but I have them in the fridge. They were a pack that you just throw into the microwave and steam them, and I ended up not using them as I had intended. So let me grab the cutting board real quick. So we are gonna slice up a couple pieces of bacon. Okay, let's see if we can get to it. And then we're going to just using our same pan that we did the salmon in, so no sense to dirty another pan. I just got some bacon here, and we're gonna just fold these. Maybe I need a sharper knife, but oh well, we'll make it work. So we'll just chop up this bacon. We're gonna render it out in this pan. Actually, what gave me this idea is I happened to run across the Food Network channel, and Keto was making these Brussels sprouts. I said, you know what? I have some in the fridge. Let me go get them, and let's get them on the plate with the lobster and the salmon patties tonight. That would be a great side dish for that. So here we go. And it's also just a good. Well, you can, you know, get these fresh out of the microwave from the steaming bag, and then I just cut them in half. And we're gonna render them in this bacon. Oh, it's gonna be good. Okay, let's get our pan on. I'm just gonna get a little bit of this stuff out. Just wipe this out real quick just to get some of that extra stuff out. Let this heat up just a little bit so we can throw our bacon in. So here we have the Brussels sprouts that I warmed up the other day, and I didn't use them. They're a little cold, so I'm gonna put them back in the microwave for just like 30 seconds to break the chill off of them. So I'm also gonna use a little bit of this homemade chicken stock that I made. I used some, I had bought some wings, and they were like not cut right. So I had a bunch that I was like, these are just too ugly to cook. So I threw them, about 2 pounds of them, I threw them in the Ninja Foodi, and just put a bunch of onion and garlic powder and all those things, and let them pressure cook for about an hour and a half, and then let them sit on warm for a while. But so let's go ahead and start getting this bacon going. Oh, sorry. Oh, that wasn't good, was it? Okay. So I'm left-handed, so we're gonna turn this around. So let's get this bacon rendered down. These are gonna be so good. I love Brussels sprouts. They are a way underutilized vegetable for sure. Let's give it 30 seconds. They're still pretty cold. Anyway, so time to just like use a bunch of stuff that I don't want to go with heat wasting food. Okay, so bacon going, and it comes together really quick, so. You can put cheese on them. Oh, there's so many good ways. You can make this with prosciutto instead of with this. Some slivered almonds would be good. Just thought this would be a super good side dish to go with our. I could have done this in the foodie, but I had this pan already dirty, so I'm loving my foodie. Like, I use it several times a day, especially on the weekends. During the work week, it's really handy too. I'm gonna do some meal prep for next week. Throw a little bit of garlic in here. Some butter. I'll let this get a little bit crispy. If I can get the jar open. Yeah, I'm using just some already minced garlic. So we'll just throw our salsa. We don't want that to burn, so we're going to just stir that around for a minute, and then we're going to throw in our Brussels sprouts. And they are just a little bit warm, but not. We're going to let these get some color on them. I want to make sure you scrape that garlic off the bottom. You can cut these smaller if you want. They get more surface area, you get more seasoned. I need some salt in here. Good amount of salt. Oh, nice. Wrong cap. Okay. Got some salt in there. It's important you're not cooking the Brussels sprouts in here. You're just letting them gather all the flavor from everything in the pan. So, now I'm going to add some of that chicken stock just to help it. That's good. It's kind of cold from being in the fridge, so I'm just going to lay on a lot of chicken stock. Homemade, delicious. That's just going to help finish warming these through, and it's going to evaporate, so it's going to be soupy. But it'll help kind of deglaze the bottom of the pan with some of those spices, get some of that bacon grease and crumbles and a little bit of that garlic. So I'm going to just let this reduce down, cook off the liquid. And it's going to be delicious. Super, super good. Alright, so that's our Brussels sprouts. So I'll just let them sit here until some of the liquid cooks out, and then they will be ready to plate up with the rest of our dinner. We'll love that for us. Okay. So I'm going to let these continue to simmer off some liquid, and then we'll plate them up with the rest of the meal when the lobster tails come out of the foodie. Hey guys, so we are ready to get started on our lobster tails. So I have them here. Hold on, let me see if I can get you pointed down a little bit further. We're warming up some butter here in the microwave, so excuse the background noise. All right, so we're going to get started on our lobster tails. We're going to do them in the Ninja Foodi. I have my wire rack in on the short side because they're going to sit on top of the shell, so it's going to make them pretty tall. So Just gonna take my kitchen shears and we're gonna cut the lobster tail shell right down the middle. Then we're gonna flip it over. Aww. She said, just show me a picture of the baby. Put the picture of the baby.
My grandbaby.
Look at how cute she is. Get closer.
The glare.
It will get better if you get closer. There you go. I'll insert a picture. Okay. So we're just doing the first couple of little ribs by the feet so we can get to the meat inside. So gonna try to release the meat from the shell.
Tell Bella you tease. Bella.
So it's a little bit of work, but it's all worth it when you get there. Let me get this open a little bit. Let me grab a spoon. That's how I usually do it. Okie dokie. So just use this to scrape down the sides, and that releases the meat from the shell. Pro tip. So we're gonna do that. So once you get it started, you can really get in there and get it released. And that and the bottom. It's a little bit of work. If you don't like them to do them this way, you can cut them all the way in half and then do two sides like that. Okay. Okie dokie. So let's work on the other side. Good Lord, I can't get butterfingers today. And I just continue to this meat to separate from the shell. Wants to be a little bit stubborn. So we're going to just go down the bottom and get that freed up. Going to keep coming around. We're starting to do it, see it? So I have to manhandle this a little bit down towards the tail, and still working this, get this meat out. Doesn't want to let go over here. Muscle it a little bit more. So I'm going to do all three of these. I'm not going to make you sit through it, but you just keep scraping the spoon against the shell to get the lobster meat to release. I used to have a grapefruit spoon, and that works really well. This thing does not want to let go. Okay. Okay. So start lifting this meat out of here, and then what I do is close this and lay this right back on top of its own shell, just like that. So we're gonna set it in the foodie. So continue to do the other two. When we get them all three into the Ninja Foodi, I'll be back. Okay, we have our lobster tails here in the Ninja Foodi on the rack. I have basted them with smoked paprika and some melted butter. We just dab this on there. I've already done that. Apparently the camera wasn't on. Okay, so we're gonna close the lid and we'll put this on broil for 10 minutes. And here in the Ninja Foodi, we're gonna check them at 5, just make sure how we're going. But I will let you know. I'll pop back in when we get hit halfway. So just set your foodie to broil 10 minutes and turn it on. We'll be back. Okay, well while the lobster's cooking, it's gonna be a little loud, but we're gonna whip up a little sriracha mayo for the crab cakes. So I just make it real simple. Put some mayo. Yes, I don't have any fresh lemon, so we're going to use about a teaspoon of lemon juice. Some sriracha chili sauce. We're going to put some salt and pepper. Some pepper. And we're going to stir this up. We want it a little thin. We don't want it too thick. So we'll stir this up until it's completely smooth. Just continue to stir this, get it all. I would get my little whisk out, but I'm not trying to dirty up any more stuff. Okay, so just going to continue to stir this up. I'll drizzle this over the crab cakes, and we plate it up with our lobster tails. And speaking of lobster tails, we're 5 minutes in, so let's go ahead and open the lid. You take a look, they are cooking nicely. We are halfway through and they are about halfway done cooking, so we're doing really good here. Hey guys, so they are done. We got our butter sauce here. They are perfect. 10 minutes exactly. They are perfect. Take you off of here. Hold on. Let me get this camera refocused. Check those out. So we made ourselves a butter sauce with some Kerrygold butter, and we are going to get this all plated up with the salmon cakes and some of our Brussels sprouts. See you for a plate. Hey guys. Okay, so I finished cooking and I forgot to film an out of the video. So I would just like to thank you for watching. I'd like to ask you if you would please subscribe down below, hit the bell notification when you know I uploaded a video. I do have some meal prep coming tomorrow. I'll have a small grocery haul. We do monthly grocery shopping and we've shopped for February. I don't have much I'm going to need for March, but I will do a haul when I need to, and I will film that as well. So if you would please like this video, give it a thumbs up. It helps the video, it helps my channel, and I thank you for watching, and have a great weekend.